I'm the Yap Miser. What's my problem? I have a problem. I seriously do have a problem, but hello YouTube, hello purple platform, hello red platform. Um, Whenever I get Twitch affiliate, I might just start exclusively Twitch streaming using my same username as my YouTube thing, but you know, just until I get affiliate. You never know what could happen. You know, we've got multiple platforms here on the boilerplate, but let's play some Minecraft. Who's on? Not too many people. That's all right. I'm all right with a night that's not too crowded. All right. Well, hello V8C. So I've been putting some more little touches on the plush puffin room, as you can see. I finished up the glass roof last time, but you can see I lit it up there, so now it really looks good at night. I want this room to look good at night and day. So that's what I did up there. I'm a fan of it. I really am a fan of it because, you know, it's all about the architectural experience, you know? Like you see it from in here, you look over this way, and at first you see this statue of Plush Puffin, and as you walk in here, and as you go through this doorway, you know, it slowly it expands and becomes a larger and larger experience, and then you see the whole statue, then you see that he's holding up the server, and then once you get in the room, then you keep looking up, and oh, there it is. There's that glass ceiling that we have. That's not an architectural move that is particularly new, and it could even be executed more dramatically than this, but I think there is a little bit of, you know, expansion and release that comes from that particular doorway. But yeah, that's what's going on there. And you're also welcome to come along and just say, no, you're wrong, Glitchy. Your architectural theory is ill-founded, and I can say, okay, okay. I was never too good at the academic side of things, the analysis side of things. But here it is, regardless of what they have to say about it. I did add some sea lanterns to the top of those column capitals right there. You can see that. I don't know if that's too distracting or not. That's about the best solution I could come up with, but I had to light it up there somehow. So that was my solution. And yeah, it's all lit up. So I guess this room is pretty well got now. I gotta get rid of the beacon. Still gotta do a little bit of cleanup. Still, you know, always more things to do. Hey, Risky. Hi, Rickler. Ricklet? Rickler. Rickler the Pickler. Oh no, not Pickle Rick. No. No. Where is the Szechuan sauce? I don't really like how that light hits that column like that, but eh. No, I'm not a big fan of that. I might move those a little bit because I just don't like how that glint gets on there. Oh, ow! Oh, get out of here, you little fricklet! Hey, Risky. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Purple Place Live. And Harold can't sleep. Uh, long day. I wonder if Harold's stressed out. I'm gonna try and get rid of those little light spots. That means I have to rethink how this works over here. Try and pay extra attention to the lighting. So, I don't know, that's just something that's kind of one of my things, I guess. You doing good, Risky? How's the Rickler doing? Rickster. Oh, there he is. Popping in for a stream snipe, I see. as usual. As usual. So let's see, maybe... Yeah, Risky says there are so many mobs. Yeah, there are Minby mobs here. See, I wonder if this will look okay if I move them in a little bit. That might be alright, but I'm gonna get rid of this dark thing. So maybe I'll just do it like that. Maybe I'll just get rid of the and oh no, that one has a weapon. They both have weapons. They're very violent. So many weapons. It's very frightening and very violent. No violence on this Minecraft server. What the heck? Let's see, what's Harry got to say? 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. without sleep. And slept 16 hours. Oh, I see. Got his circadian rhythms out of whack. That's what that sounds like. I don't even know what Harry does for a living. What do you do for a living? Yeah, oh, Risky had the same question. Or maybe he just heard what I said. That might be alright right there. Does it get on the column? Well, we'll see whenever I get rid of tech stuff. That's right, I would expect Harry to be a tech head. Have I shown you all his redstone playground? This is his little... I don't even know if this is like the fully fleshed out one. Here, let me get this rain out of here. Get that rain out of here. Get that out of here. Yeah, he's a very technical dude. This is all his stuff. He's made this giant catalog of different redstone elements, different redstone pieces, assemblies, and they all do different things. I don't know what this thing does, but it does something. Um, the racetrack timers that we did for the little ice boat races a little while back, that was part of this. You see, what he needs is signs. Oh, well, maybe he does. Oh, he does have labels for these things, it looks like. Yeah. So he has this whole little catalog of different just redstone elements that could be used for different things. I don't even know what half of these things mean, but he made all these and now they're all on display for people that actually know what they're talking about to use. So it's a good resource to draw from. I think this is a binary counter. I at least know what that one is. And this one is like a... I don't even know what this one is. Oh. Oh, it's one of those minecart things that go really fast, I think. I think that's what that is. And yeah, I could just go around here and try and figure out what everything is for ages, but it's all magic to me. This is like dark magic, black magic. Like, what's this have to do with anything? I don't know. Harold knows, though, because he works in tech and he's a wizard. Alright, well, with that said... Oh, what's Risky want? Oh, oh no, more black magic. Oh no, what's this, Risky? I think he made a bamboo farm. Is that what that is? What is this? Oh, a bone meal farm. That's what he has. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, why is it moving like that? Oh. Wait, whoa, whoa. I didn't know. Whoa, whoa. This was too much. This is too much, Risky. I don't... What's all that? Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. What on earth is going on in here? Like what? It's wizardry. It's dark magic. I don't know how else to say it. Like, look, there's the bone meal. This is a very whimsical redstone contraption you have here, Risky. This is very whimsical. Many, many moving parts. Now Harold wants me to teleport. Hello? Oh, it looks like we have a little bar. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, dish, dish us out something, Harold. Dish us out something. What we got to drink? Oh, thank you. Ale. Okay. I like Ale 8. You ever drink Ale 8? Probably not. Mm, yeah, that's good stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Harold. Wait, Risky knows what Ale 8 is. Do they have that where you live? I thought that was just a Kentucky thing. Oh. Oh, they have been expanding lately. I guess they're moving out to the Midwest now. Huh. Yeah, that used to only be well, yeah, that's my go-to soda. We've got some flavors too, and I think some of the flavors are just kind of Kentucky exclusives, but they have flavors and they also have a cola, and they've been wheeling out different diet varieties of those as well. Risky says, I used to be a camp counselor in Kentucky, and that was like the #1 drink. Oh, there we go. Oh, we brought back a little memory then. Yeah, they've been expanding their varieties a little bit. Oh, it looks like we got another one. Well, thank you. He's keeping us loaded up. Man, imagine what it would be like to drink an entire bottle of honey like that. I think I'm gonna hurl. Uh-oh. I'm about to blow out chunks. Oh, no restrooms. What kind of facility is this? Look, Risky's on the floor. What'd you do, Harold? What'd you do to us? We're gonna pass out. What'd you put in those drinks? I gotta wake him up. I don't know. Uh-oh. Harold, I think these are slab floors. I think there's a little bit of a leak going on down there. This is a nice place. Looks like he's starting to furnish some of the buildings. Are you uh finished doing the buildings in the town? I think this is where this is. Yeah, Harold's little. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is uh isn't this Darth's place? This is uh Darth Titius's base. That's his name. So this is where Harold lives. That's a nice place. I like the colors. I think these colors, the green and these woodsy colors, go good with the white. Uh-oh. Bug Queen's gonna do crimes. Harold says, and I want to live above a bar in every player town. Well, very cultured of you. So Harold always wants to live above the bars. Very fancy. This is the Hadel O. O'Neill Irish Tavern and Inn. You know, I went to an Irish restaurant tavern, and they had some kind of, I don't remember what it was called, some kind of stew, and it was really good. It was some kind of stew. This would be good. I should have did the stew themed stream tonight. You know, I really don't know what subjects I'm going to bring up. I need to. Well, the nighttime streams aren't really themed anyway. None of the streams are really themed, but I like to splash a little coat of paint on things, I suppose. It makes me feel better about things at least. Gotta keep things fresh. Not for you, but for me. Okay? It's like I go see the same place every day. I go to the same place every day. And I gotta change things up in my personal life a little bit. I gotta keep things fresh. This is how I keep things fresh. Seeing new places in the digital realm. He's been Darth has been very busy with this base. I don't even remember seeing all this the last time I was on here. This is Darth's long-term base, and it looks like he's been building a little town here. It reminds me a lot of GB Magno's town, Baskerville. Baskerville. I like the red brick. That's very Germanic of him. Very Germanic. And I like these little parapets he's got here on the edges of these. Like right here, that's good. I like that. That's a nice building too. I like that detail on the top. Yeah, this is a nice house. Like I like these little details that he does. It's very organic. Very organic indeed. This is a good color scheme here. These go good together. Oh look, Risky built a little house too. He built this one over here. Well, that fits right in, I think. That fits right in. That's some good real estate too. You did good on this. Fits right in. You did the interior. Let's go check out the interior. Oh, oh, you get greeted with these uncanny fellows. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Beautiful artwork, Risky. Oh, that's his family. Oh, I didn't mean to call your family uncanny. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Oh, this is nice. It's a nice little spot. It reminds me of a certain inn that I've seen before. A certain place to stay for the night. I forgot about this. All the new Minecraft paintings are kind of throwing me for a loop a little bit. Like I keep seeing the new ones and I forget some of them. Like I forgot this one was in the game. Did they just add this one like after they added all the other ones or something? Oh, there's nothing wrong with having a style. That means you get to perfect it. That's what that means. It's not repetitive, it's iterative. It's iterative. Yeah. Got a little dinner going on here, a little Thanksgiving feast. Thought I Oh, right, I have to have an open hand in order to sit. Yeah, it's a little finicky. Yeah. Yeah, nice place you got here. You got a little view. Got a little view of the ocean, it looks like, or a little lake or something back there. You knew which spot you were picking out. You got prime real estate. Well, just wait until people start building along the coast. Okay, you gotta claim this whole property. You gotta you gotta throw some NIMBYism at them. Oh, Risky picked it for optimal drainage. Well, that's very proactive of you. That's very proactive of you. Hmm. Yeah. You have very high-pitched roofs. I can tell that there's going to be no water getting trapped on your roof. You even got little rain chains for drainage. Look at you. Yeah, built up the cliff. I see. I see, but let me ask you this. Did you have this land surveyed before you had this house built here? Or you got to make sure the soil is stable or it's going to landslide. It's going to landslide. You're going to wake up one day and your house is going to be in the water. Oh no. He's gone a bit he's gone a bit still. Oh. Oh, looks like Risky's been up to date. All right. Well, we'll give this one a pass for now. We'll give this one a pass for now. This looks new too. Actually, I might have been in here before. I think this is like a cathedral. Well, obviously it's a cathedral, but no, I've been in here before. Oh, Risky sent me on something on Discord. Discord, Discord. Let me check my Discord. Let me check my Discord. Oh, okay. Well, Risky has a Blackberry Ale. Well, there we go. Well, they really have expanded outward quite a bit. Yeah, I like them. I like them. Yeah, I just hope that over the years they'll still stick to their formula because they have been making efforts to expand, like I've said, and they have every right to. But many times I've found that whenever a company expands things, um, well, they can get a little bit tied up in shareholders and all of that, trying to fulfill their needs. And if you're not careful, it can lead to, yeah, exactly. You notice the corn syrup. You notice the corn syrup too. Yeah. Now you have to buy. Now, I didn't really notice it too much with the taste, to be honest. I really didn't notice, but that's just one of those things. That's just one of those things. And now they do sell like a legacy edition or a heritage edition or something that does still have the sugar, the original formula, but that's like they made it like a special thing instead of the given. Yeah, it is a little bit of a slippery slope. Yeah. One thing leads to another, and then all of a sudden nobody has anything nice. But it may have just been for the sake of, well, no, what am I saying? Sugar is a mass marketed commodity, but I don't know. I don't know. I find that, a company delivers its best products whenever it has something to prove. AL8 still has something to prove at the moment, but if it ever does find itself on the top, we'll see what happens. That's all I have to say about that. It's still good. It's still good right now. They still put ginger in their soda, which is nice. I do like that. Not to mention that they managed to mass market a soda in a glass bottle that is cost competitive with sodas that are in plastic bottles. Although the price per ounce is more, it's really not that noticeable compared to like a glass bottle Coke or something, which, they try and pass that off as like a luxury thing, even though I feel like it should just be the given. I don't know. I can that's my little section of my soda rant that I've been kind of head canoning for a little bit. That's my excuse to get into that again. Oh no, that's the difficulty whenever it comes to shareholders, I think. Like, on one hand, they do contribute. They most definitely do contribute to, the growth of the business, but then it comes around to, you know, the returns and all of that. A shareholder just is mostly interested in returns rather than the product itself. So then you start, that's whenever it becomes more enticing to cut corners. It's really just a matter of what's prioritized personally by whoever is in the business of whatever. Yeah. And like I said before, I can't really taste because now they do like half cane sugar, half corn syrup. But if I drink, like Pepsi, sometimes they'll sell little cans of their soda, but it just has cane sugar in it instead of corn syrup, and that's the only difference. I can taste that. There is a difference. It's it's not so much because they make the argument that, well, corn syrup has a similar sweetness to cane sugar, but it's not about really the sweetness of it. It's about this kind of flavor that it has. It has a flavor to it that's different. It's got a different flavor. Yeah, Dustin likes the sugar Pepsi too. Yeah, connoisseurs of our diabetic sludge. Oh well. I don't know. I've sent my I haven't necessarily been good to my pancreas in my 21 years on this earth. I did have a great uncle though, and he drank like multiple cans of soda every day for all of his life, and he never got diabetes. So maybe I have a genetic advantage. I don't know. Maybe I got lucky. Then again, people closer to me and my family than my uncle have gotten diabetes. Uh, Risky says he's probably gonna get it. Yeah, I might get it. I don't know. Just gotta. It's a matter of moderation, just like anything else. I would. I don't know. I really need to make an effort not to get diabetes just for the sake of I really hate needles and I don't think I'd be able to stand it if things were constant like insulin things were constantly being stuck into me. Like it kind of freaks me out. Like I don't know, like vaccines and stuff. I'm not like an anti-vaxxer. It's just that needles freak me out. That's really it. That's it with that. All right, let's see here. Risky asks, "Are you going to build at Darth's?" Well, I guess I could set up a little vacation home there. A little side arc. I mean, that wouldn't be too big of a side arc. I have been kind of having a little bit of a hankering for a vacation home, especially since I made that other house on the alternate server. Yeah. Yeah. If Darth ever invites me, yeah, I'll set up a shop there. Why not? I have I've got some ideas, though it might seem a little bit out of place because whenever I build houses in Minecraft, I tend to go a little bit more for like a Queen Anne style house. And I'm not really sure if that would fit in with all the half-timbered whatevers he has around there. Maybe it'll be a little oddity, a little town oddity. Okay, I have nothing to do in this room now, so now I'm just doing nothing. You see what happens whenever I finish something? I get listless. Is that the right word? Am I using that word right? Let me look it up real quick. Listless, 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 listless. Of a person or their manner lacking energy or enthusiasm. Well, maybe not enthusiasm. I guess that's not really the right word then. Um, Aimless. I'll just say aimless. I start to get a little bit aimless whenever I have nothing to do. So I need to find my next thing to do now. I need to find my next thing to do now that this. Well, my next thing to do is clean up. Get this service beacon out of here. Get these out of here. I do need to put a couple more lights behind these columns because you can see mobs do spawn in the dark corners. Start the risky room? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I'll build another room on the other side and I'll uh I'll give it a I'll give it an empty I'll give it an empty statue spot so that someone will come along eventually and prove their worth 9 years from now. Because you gotta remember, Plush did stuff for 9 years for this room. That's that's what that deal is. Maybe we'll do a risky chamber. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think it would be beneficial, just in the minds of the people, to have a room with an empty spot that another statue could be placed. A risky property? I could put a risky property in a room somewhere. I could. I very well could. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. I don't even quite know what I'm gonna do with the next room yet. Like I've just been so busy with this and the other side quests and all of that. And I don't know. I've gotta do some deciding here, I guess. Some deciding. So let's see. Let's see. I have this beacon here. Right. I remember now. I remember what I was supposed to do. I'm supposed to light up the corners. Light up the corners. I was gonna do a column here. It's not gonna work. I'm just gonna put a couple little lights in these corners and be done with it. That's what I'm gonna do. Nobody's really gonna want to go back here anyway. Just keep it out of sight, out of mind. I hate these corners. These corners are my least favorite spot of this room. There. Just gonna put these in there just to keep the freaks from spawning. I think that'll be fine. There, then get rid of this base over here. Alright, there we go. Whoopsie-daisy. Whoopsie. Alright, so there we go. There we go. Now I got those corners lit up. Right. What I might do next is just do more of these little side project rooms, because these are what I use to kind of fill out the space in between the main rooms and, you know, in the hallways and all of that. I do these little mini projects. So I guess I could do another little mini study somewhere. Um, I still need to figure out what to do with these corner spots on the upper level. These could be like special rooms. I haven't decided if I'm going to make them all the same or not. I might make them all the same, these little corner room areas. I've kind of left these blank because I haven't exactly figured that out yet. Because it's going to be kind of weird to build on diagonals. I've been kind of trying to think it through a few different times, and I have a few things in my head that might work for it. I also want to take it one floor at a time, though, because even though this room is double high, I still kind of view it as a first floor type of room. And I want to do the first floor before I do the second floor. And I want to do the second floor before I finally put the dome on it. You know, I got to do it in layers. But before we do any of that, I got to get this beacon out of here. I want to turn the beacon on, and I'm going to use it to cannibalize itself using this haste effect. So you're witnessing cannibalism live. Live. Worldwide. Worldwide for everyone to see. God, what a horrific set of circumstances. They changed the iron sound and I like it. It's a good sound. I like the sound of iron blocks. That reminds me, I'm gonna turn up Minecraft audio just a little bit now that I figured out how to do that. Filters, okay, and gain. I wanna turn this up. Um, maybe that. Maybe. Let me know if it's too much. Let me know if that's too much or not. That might be a little much already. I don't know. You'll have to let me know. We'll see. I don't think it's too loud. I mean, it's not registering as too loud on my little sound bar things, but we'll see. We will see. You know, I'm looking at your BlackBerry AL8 picture, Risky, and that reminds me of a gift that I found one time. I think you'll appreciate this as well, because this was a pretty awesome gift, and I got a kick out of it. whenever I saw it, but somebody has made GIFs of multiple flavors of this soda, and this one's pretty good. Here, I'll pull it up on screen. I'll pull it up. I think you'll like this, and it fits with my. I've already got like a little soda on my desk because I'm eating some pizza. So I've got the magic floating ale 8, and I'll add that to my sody collection. I don't, yeah, yeah, I like it. I like these here. This Pepsi's empty anyway. I'll just throw that out. There we go. I was I don't know. It used to be like a niche thing, but I guess it's becoming a little less niche now. That does happen. That does happen from time to time. Oh, Risky's an ale 8 hipster. What makes you an ale 8 hipster? I mean, I feel like I'm an ale 8 hipster. I remember back in the day. I remember I was there. Oh, because Risky liked it before it was popular. Okay. Well, that makes sense. That checks out. As did I. I feel like I feel like whenever I like things, it's like I like it like before it's cool, and then I like it when it's cool, and then I like it after it's cool, and then it's just uncool. That's happened to me a couple of times. I'm ahead of the curve, I'm with the curve, and then I'm behind it again. Should I? I'll put a. I might put a little plaque. Okay, I did not get into the Labubu thing. I did not get into the Labubu thing. That I did not. Um, I don't get that. I've seen them, and actually, I haven't heard of them in quite a few months. I forgot they were a thing until you just mentioned them. Yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? Along with Dubai chocolate. Yeah, that's kind of run its course now. I think Labubu was whenever I got behind the times a little bit. Well, I don't know. There's a little bit of a Crocs craze going on a few years ago. I did the Crocs thing, although that might have been kind of an ironic admiration more than anything. I feel like it was like I was kind of early, middle, and late on the ironic Crocs resurgence. That was one thing. That was one thing that I can think of off the top of my head. And that's not to say they're irrelevant now. I mean, I still wear them. Of course he wears Crocs, they say. Of course he would. Of course he would. Oh, but you wouldn't have said that during the middle of the ironic Crocs resurgence. No, you wouldn't have. Just wait until the post-ironic Crocs resurgence comes back. Then we'll see who's laughing. Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of them. I didn't really know what they were called for a long time, so I just Risky's talking about the charms, little croc charms, the gibbets, some people call them. I just call them croc stoppers. Yeah, my aunt, who lives in Texas, mailed me a few for like Christmas, I don't know, 3 years ago. And then I put them in my Crocs, and then they gradually got disgusting and fell apart and like fell out. But I had them, and I wore them until they stopped wearing, until they like decayed. So, you know, no, those have been my shoe of choice since I was in grade 4. So, what was that? 2014? 2014, I believe. So that was 12 years I've been wearing them. Unless I've been in a circumstance that made me wear some kind of other shoe. I don't even think that's necessarily a point I should be prideful about because they're really not good for your back. I really need to put some like insoles inside of them or something because it's not a good thing. Just like the soda thing. Just like the soda thing. Soda's not good for me. It's not good for me. And to be honest, if I smoked cigarettes all of my life and I had a preference for cigarettes, I'd talk about them in the same way, in this connoisseurial language. I don't know. Anyway, what do I need to do now in Minecraft? What do I need to do now? Okay, so I got rid of the beacon, plush puffin. Is there anything else in this room that needs to be done at the moment? I'm just, I don't know what to do with myself. I really don't. I really don't know what to do with myself. Um, oh, I've got all these extra material boxes. I can take these with me to the next little room, or maybe put them down in the, I guess this will be like long-term storage now, like with the museum. So this is just the basement. This is just where all the stuff is going to start coagulating at. That's fine. That's fine. So I got the cleanup done. I'll get the shulkers out. I'll move all the shulkers to the next spot. That's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now. Until further notice. Until further notice. Alright. Alright. So I'm just gonna start hacking away at these. And Risky, what have you been up to in Minecraft? You've been just working on the bone meal farm, or what have you been tinkering with? That's what we all do on this server. We all get on here and we tinker with things, whether that be built or whatever. Yeah, Risky's been doing the bone meal machine and the Darth house. All right, so we're in the loop. We're in the loop with the Rickler. roof roof lickler. Um, oh, and he's been working on OG Sand City. Well, I guess I'll take a peek at that. Oh, been cleaning up. Been cleaning up the event. Yeah, I'm in the roof with the root rippler. Oh, I I feel like that happens more than it should during these streams. I just trip over my words. I need to watch it. I, I my my mouth goes faster than my brain does sometimes. Now, one heck of a base going on here. I like all the different colors. I like these little things on top of the things. You need a minaret that has like three golden balls on top of it, and then they'll protect the city from harm. Oh, I hope everything's all right. All right. Oh, got a little sauna, got a little bathhouse going on. I'll take a little plunge. Let's take a little plunge in here. Ooh, ooh, look at this glazed terracotta. I do love a good glazed terracotta work, and this is an excellent color scheme. Excellent color scheme. Very good. Very good. I enjoy. I enjoy. There were some good decisions that were made here. Ooh. Oh, excuse my yawn. Excuse my nighttime sleepies. I am an eepy man. This building looks a little overgrown, though. It'd be kind of fun if Risky set up like a bazaar. Like this is the kind of place that you'd want to have a really neat bazaar at. That's how I think. I guess I should check my Twitch, um, my Twitch thingamajig. Make sure that it's showing the right stream title because it screws up on me so many times. I'm trying to get people to think I'm playing a hightail or something. Nope, it says Midnight Minecraft. All right, well, it's only 11, so that's not completely honest, now is it? No, it's not. No, it isn't. All right. Well then. Oh, Andres lives here. What's going on in here? This is a strange place to live. Very strange indeed. Whoops-a-daisy. It's been a little quiet here on the Minecraft server lately. It's not to say quiet's necessarily a bad thing. Is this a jungle over here? This is a jungle. Uh-oh. Looks like some moderators have been dabbling with the biomes in this area, haven't they? This is an unnaturally green and lush location to randomly be in the middle of a desert. Very, very suspicious indeed as to how the biome in this garden got to be this way. Maybe I'll have to ask whatever mod Risky assigned to do this to do a couple of favors for the dying, sad yellow grass in Alabamaville. It's from the pollution. As from what, I don't know. There really isn't that much pollution in Alabamaville other than the factory. That's the only mode of production that you would really get pollution from. Unless these guys make emissions. They seem pretty full of hot air. I guess there's a couple of boats, too. I don't really know what they're powered by, though. We could say they're powered by really big batteries. Giant lead-acid batteries. How about that? What do you think about that? No, I see pipes coming out the top. Maybe they're powered by natty gas. I mean, we have that. I guess that's a pollution source. I mean, that's not to say that the smoke from these chimneys wouldn't contribute to some kind of smog, as well as whatever this boiling kettle is. I'd say the factory is the worst offender, though. We really need to update this in the future. Then we have whatever this is. I think this is supposed to be a statue of queso with like a pot of chili or something, but now it's just like a giant teal meatball or something with like tentacles. A tentacular teal meatball wrapping itself around a crock pot full of extra spicy chili. Yeah, this is the bad part of town. We really need to clean all this up. This is getting ridiculous. This is the bad part of Alabamaville. We have the garbage pile that I've still not cleaned up all the way. One day this will get cleaned up. I mean, it's this is the bad part of town. Okay, you see, it gets bad over here. See that, the smokestacks in the distance? We have whatever's going on up there. It's not good. It's not good. We have this house here that was built by V-Pit. Looks very good. I think he did a good job. I like the material choice, and I think it fits in really well here. He did a good job. V-Pit did. Didn't do the interior, though. He's got some roughage around. That's alright. We need some more beauty, some more natural beauty. It's a little too clean cut and curated, isn't it? That's alright. Let's let it grow wild over there a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, this would be a nice part of town if it wasn't for that giant looming statue of de-larded Nikocado. Nikocado, like the gut, like he's like a haint. This is the spirit of Nicholas Cotto that got exorcised whenever he like lost all that weight. This got exorcised from him. You see, this is like his digestive system, and like this was what was controlling him. This is the essence of what was exorcised from him on that fateful day. But it still exists at the floating sky table in spiritual form. This is where it's been exorcised to. It's been contained completely within that statue up there. That's the only thing that's really keeping the entire world in order right now is that. Or at least Nikocado. We may have to put that in some kind of long-term containment. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. That's just how these live streams go. That's just how these live streams go. Oh no. Hey, Risky. Welcome back. Oh, not too much. Just flying around, showing everybody the bad side of Alabamaville and the spirit of Nikocado, the the floating stomach haint that remains of what was his fully fleshed out statue. The 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 glutton spirit that was exorcised from him. Dustin asks, is Nikocado going to get a spot in Groovy Graveyard? Maybe I'll move him down there. That's a good idea. I feel like, you know, he needs to live on, but he's kind of like in the way a little bit. Yeah, maybe we can move him down there. Maybe like we'll make like a pit of infamy. We'll make a pit of infamy, and at the bottom of the pit, um, all of the worst players get eaten by the spirit of Nikocado. So we'll actually be using him for good. We'll actually be using him for good to torture the spirits of all the bad players for eternity. Okay, so we have this little section here that I believe Kellery Stick was digging out um, a while ago. There is room. There is room for a little double height area under here, as you can see. So this could be a nice little interior space as well. I think I might save this part for last because I think this will be a good one. Whatever gets put down here. Yeah, there's gonna be a bad clear spot. It's gonna there'll be a spot for everybody down here. There'll be a spot for everybody. Everybody, everything. Yeah, this will be an ongoing memorial project. It's like maybe it'll be like the official V8C. Maybe not, well, people, ideas, and concepts graveyard. In that way, it's almost like an extension of the museum. It's more of a, I don't know, like a woo-woo way of preserving. There's an idea, Risky. He suggested that a moderator makes like little clones, like like what they did with Jokey Ander's player model, and then we can have little clones of them getting. Maybe we can have them like perpetually like cycle. Like we'll have them cycle through, like get constantly digested by the gluttonous Nikocado spirit at the bottom of the pit, and like they'll be constantly like casted into his mouth, and then like they'll get bubble elevated back up to the top, so they'll just constantly be like perpetually digested and reused, and they'll have their energy constantly sapped by the gluttonous spirit of Nikocado, constantly being recycled, and he demands more souls in order to continue his sustenance, in order to be maintained. So it's necessary that there's bad players on the server, but only to sustain their punishment. Yeah, it is because it's very mythologized. That's right. All things become mythologized. And yeah, all things become mythology down here in the catacombs in Groovy Graveyard. That's kind of the appeal of it, you know. I think I think what this is going to do is I think having something like this will, to an extent, um, influence player behavior because it's just like the history books. Like people, at first, it was the history books were just recording what was going on the server, but then people became like Phosphorus became aware of them, and now he's starting to do things in order to get into the history books. Like the presence of something, or like the prospect of some kind of, I don't know, reward or something, that definitely influences um, player behavior. Yeah, that's like, Risky wants a risky room like this. It's like that. Yeah, there's definitely not enough Risky in last year's history book. Exactly. You know, and I didn't. That was kind of an unintentional outcome, but now now that's kind of, it's kind of starting to. It's at least a small influence on the comings and goings here on the Minecraft server. So that's kind of interesting to see. All right. Excuse my sniffles. I need to get out of this room. There's nothing for me here anymore. But this is where I've been, like, I just keep habitually going into this room. There's nothing for me here. I need to get out. I'm done. I'm done with this room. I need to figure out what I'm doing next. Oh no. Oh no, I need to start thinking again. Okay, how am I going to go about this? How am I going to go about this? Well, so this is going to be another room that's going to have these rails running through the middle of it. Do I want to move the rails? They're running through this room, and I was able to come up with this solution. Luckily, it just happened to be exactly on center, which was unintended, but I'm very glad that that worked out. That was complete luck that that happened that way. That these rails were perfectly on center with what I intended to be, you know, this perfectly, well, yeah, this square room. That was complete luck. I don't think I'm going to have the same luck with it in this other room, so what to do with the rails? That's my first question. Do I integrate them? Do I move them? It looks like I was starting to think of something whenever I did that. I don't know what I was trying to do whenever I did this. I gotta get back into thinking mode. I've barely put any thought into what to do with this side. I got so involved with the other part. Before I really get into this, oh no, not a slime chunk. Oh god. Okay, well there's another issue that I know how to deal with, but I don't like dealing with. Before I get too invested in that room, I'm going to do another little corner spot, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I just need to start doing. I just need to start doing. That's my main issue. You know, I got to get that momentum going again. Because there's so many mysteries now. Like, I don't know, it just kind of snuck up on me. Just kind of snuck up on me. Just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of sneaky. It was very sneaky. Very much indeed. So let's see. Let's see what I'm gonna do here. That central room, again, I want to save that for last. Let's get an idea. Let's see. Let's see how I've addressed these corner spots. So, this doorway corresponds with how this whole axis goes. So this is built, you can see, on a square floor plan, and it looks like that square floor plan is the same general dimensions as this room. So that's my first clue onto what I'm going to do. So they're both squares, and they're both engaged directly to that. So there's a okay, I think in order to do these corner spots, I'm going to have to at least get started on this middle spot. And to get started on this middle spot, I need to measure this out. I need to measure this room out and figure out how big everything is. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So this is this a 1 thickness? No, it's 2 thickness, I think. Yeah, so this is a 2 thick wall. And then this will be on center. Do we have the inner columns over here? Yes, we do. Okay, so we gotta, well, it looks like I already kind of have it, dug out a little bit anyway. All right, let's just see here. So starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wall. So 14, let's do 14. Let's see. Gotta dust off the old fundamental machine again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 end. Alright, now we'll double check it. Let's see what. So we're at negative 114, 310. 114, 310. 114, 310. Then I'm just going to check it with this other side. 114, 310. Great. Great, so that's the correct measurement to get started. It's like a cryptid. Somebody should install some like horror mods on this server. Then again, it might be unnecessary. That was kind of freaky. I felt like I just saw Herobrine back there. I just saw Herobrine, guys. I need to delete Minecraft now. I need to delete Minecraft. Herobrine is in my world. Uh-oh. I ended up losing. I used to believe in Herobrine, and I had a few worlds back during the Pocket Edition days that I would just stop playing because I thought Hero Brian got into them. That was a little thing that happened. That was a lot of fun. I don't know that he didn't. You know, there's just some weird things that happen sometimes, and I couldn't quite explain them. He could have gotten into the worlds, I don't know. I mean, it's still not outside the realm of possibility. You know, I'm not too much of a digit head, and so I couldn't empirically tell you if Hero Brian has really truly been removed from the game or not. Alright, we're all just trusting what people say at the end of the day. There's very few of us that really know the true truth. Nobody has read all a gazillion lines of code that go into Minecraft, okay? And that's not even to say Hero Brian exists within the code, Risky. He's like a he's like a he's like a haint, okay? He's out there and he's after us and he's haunting us. There's lots of spooks and haunts. And you know, you can't that's not contained within the code. That exists outside the code. Okay? He's out there. And he's out there and he's gonna spook us. He's gonna spook us and he's gonna build little pyramids and stuff because he's like Notch's dead brother or something. Or whatever the theory was. That was one of the theories. It was like the spirit of Notch's brother. Notch Mojang, Notch Mojang. Hello? Notch kind of reminds me of Moth in a strange way, and I will not elaborate on that. I will not elaborate, but I will take a nice little sip of something hydrating, because I gotta be hydrated. I drank all of my wizard's potions, so now I'm gonna drink a potion of hydrationfulness. Hydrost. That's good stuff. That's real good stuff.
Bye, Risky.
All right, let's see. Let's see how far this bad boy goes now. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So 44 blocks, including the end point. So 44, but including the endpoint, so we'll put 43 right here. 43. Oh, let's see. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Remember, 43 is the magic number. 43 is the magic number. Whoops-a-daisy. So 43 is the magic number. And now we are going to place all of these and measure twice, cut once. So I'm going to count the blocks a second time just to make exactly sure. Now, there are going to be other things that come along that'll allow me to kind of cross-reference things with each other, because I know that the floor plan will be like a perfect square, but you know, just trying to start right. Just gotta measure, measure, measure. Gotta make sure it's absolutely fine, absolutely right before I get too ahead of myself. So I'm under the assumption that it's, what, 40, 42, 44? I don't even remember now. Uh-oh, I'm running out of blocks. Did I already screw up? I might have already screwed up. Okay, this is why we recount. I might need to do a little bit of last second mining. I don't know. Oh no, that's all right. That's all right. My super smelter is hungry, and it requires fuel. Yes, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think I screwed up. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay, so I got 44 again. 44. Why is it 44? Why is it 44? This room is symmetrical on odds, so it should be an even or an odd number, not 44. Is it not a perfect circle? Or not a perfect square? I'm mixing up circles with squares. I'm so confused. It's an even number of blocks this way. So did I screw up this room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 back from that column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where the 44th block comes from. This column is 6 from the wall. This column is 5 from the wall. This room is asymmetrical. I screwed up. You're never gonna notice though. I only noticed because I counted. I gotta tear the whole thing down. That's right, I gotta move everything 1 block forward. Because I screwed up. Okay, well, at least we know where that error happened. It is offset a little bit though, because of this right here. So you don't really perceive it. Wait, what's off? What's off, Risky? What is off about this? Is it just... Oh, you're trying to tell everybody on the server now. That's what you're trying to do. Oh. Oh, you don't even notice it. You don't even notice it because of this thing. This thing right here. This offsets it. Don't worry about it. I just needed to figure out where that even block came from. It came from here. So I actually did screw up on this room, but you know, we're not going to tell anybody that. We're not going to tell anybody that. So you see, I messed up the count. I messed up the count before. I can't trust myself. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that block. And that'll be that. That's right, it wouldn't be a glitchy build without some kind of oversight or some kind of lack of rigor. Yeah, there's always some kind of... That's kind of my style, okay? There's some kind of loose end. There's something that's just not quite canny. There's always something. There's always something that's just very slightly wrong because I'm kind of... I have an aversion to a certain level of stringency. If I ever got put in charge of Chernobyl, Chernobyl would have turned out worse than what it did. Because I cannot be exactly precise and exactly correct for the life of me. There's always some kind of loose end. Always some kind of loose end. I have watched the HBO series. It was quite gritty, quite haunting. Very well done. Very well done. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the service beacon in here. I think I gotta slice off a couple little extra pieces of loaf. No, OBS disconnected me. Oh, gosh dang it. Gosh dang internet. Those dang internet trolls. Oh, OBS has reconnected. Sorry about my connection. I think I experienced a little smidgeling, a little skid mark of net poop there. So sorry about the mess. Um, YouTube documentaries. YouTube documentaries. Yeah, sorry about that. YouTube documentaries. So I've told you about Frederick Knudson's Down the Rabbit Hole. I know I've mentioned that before. I feel like I've seen something else at some point, somewhat recently, because things always pop up in my recommended section. But sometimes it's just sometimes it's just like slop drama for slop drama's sake, because the most sensational things are the things that people watch, and I fall victim to that as well. So I can't necessarily say that I would recommend any slop drama. Um, what can I think of? What can I think of to recommend? I might have to get back to you on that one, Risky. I know there's something. I know there's something that I've seen at some point. I just can't put my finger on it. Um, I mean, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's pretty interesting, Risky. I have a suggestion for you. Um, if you're into you know, if you have a morbid curiosity like any sensible person, you might be interested in there's these they're not necessarily documentaries, but I think they are pretty interesting in a morbid way. Is every now and then I watch these videos of either police cam footage or like interrogation room audio, and I watch those sometimes, and those are pretty good because it's kind of like true crime a little bit. I would recommend that. Jim Can't Swim. I don't know the names. I don't know any channel names. Maybe Jim can't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the names, but if you look up just any of that, any sort of long form interrogation footage or audio feed, and explore with us. Yeah, I think that's one of them. Yeah, I've heard that name before. But any of those really, those are interesting if you like true crime stuff. Because it is true. Yeah. There's my little recommendation. That's something I sometimes put on in the background just because it's something, I don't know, it's something sensational basically. I mean, really it's not that much better than reality TV for me, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. looking inside of the twisted minds of the people out in the world. Sometimes I'll listen to, just different things. I mean, every now and then I get like random, um, just like random history documentaries. Uh, Wendigoon is pretty cool. I'm sure you've heard of Wendigoon. Um, he puts out some pretty interesting stuff about historic subjects. I think that's a pretty neat little storytelling kind of history type of thing. That's another good one about, different things. And he's from Kentucky. I think he is, or somewhere around here. Where did I get two stonecutters from? Maybe one of these was the one I was missing. One of these stonecutters was the one I lost that I used for like 6 months. I don't remember which one it was. Actually, it could be both of them. Whenever I had them in my inventory, it was kind of a superposition. Or maybe neither of them are the original stonecutter. Whenever I pick it up, I destroy it. And whenever I place it back again, I mean, is that really the same stonecutter whenever it comes to Minecraft? What about in the real world? If I change locations, are my molecules really the same? Let's have an existential crisis, everybody. An existential crisis spurred by Minecraft stonecutters. Isn't that fun? How's the egg maxer going? Oh man, that's max-tastic. Alright, well, I'll let this run. There. We'll max out some eggs. 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 Egg max. Egg maxer. Maximize my eggs. 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 Okay, well, we'll let that run for a little bit. I need to make like a long-term storage, I think. Just like chests upon chests of eggs. Because I'm sure some eggs got wasted. Wasted away. It's still running. Oh, just ran out. Alright. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, looks like it became the pulp maxer. Well, that's alright. I really just wanted feathers out of this, so that's alright. Really, this is actually the pulp maxer. I just, you know, people don't really... That's kind of the unacknowledged truth of the matter. Is that this is the real purpose of it, is to pulp the birds. Pulp them. It's the pulp maxer. The feather maxer. Consider yourself lucky. You were brought to life inside of the egg maxer. Yes, you. You. Let me get one thing clear. You are only outside. Hey, look at me. You only made it out of the egg maxer because of luck. You got that? There was no skill involved. None. You are not special. Okay, I'm going to put these feathers over here in the museum. There. There. Now we have a lot of nice little feathers, so now we can make plenty of books and quills. There. We'll put these eggs over here, like that. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Looks like there's a very slight gradient to that name. I just now noticed that. That's very subtle. That's a very subtle gradient you got going on there. But I see it. I see it. Nasty. Nasty. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna put my diving helmet back in here. My little toolbox. Alright, so I'm gonna put that in there. I don't really need that either right now. Yeah, just keeping it clean in the inventory. There we go. There we go. Oh, am I gonna have to deal with all of this? Sure looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I need... I know what I need to do, Risky. And I have the infrastructure in order to do this. What I'm about to do, I had a similar problem like this whenever I built the museum. And luckily, because I throw nothing out, I think I still have all of the hoppers from that first mass rerouting event. So I think I'm going to route all of the materials into... Maybe I will from the other section as well. I'm going to set up like a little funnel spot, a little funnel room. And sure, if you got hoppers, I'll take hoppers. I think I have, unless I donated them to somebody, which I might have. I thought I had them in my utility blocks chest, but maybe I put them somewhere else. I knew I didn't throw them out. I know that. Well, I don't throw anything out, but I sure am disorganized, aren't I? Okay, well, it seems that the phases of the project are revealing themselves to us in real time. That's how it seems to be. This is just the hidden things that go into... Oh my god, where did you get all these from? Why do you have all of these? No, I don't need any more than this. Why do you have this many? Why do you have this many? Oh god. Risky says, I like hoppers. You sure do, don't you? You sure do. Oh. I wonder where all my other hoppers went. Maybe I did donate them to somebody. Did I donate you hoppers at one point? Is this the... Or did you just make all of these? It'd be kind of funny if I donated these to you at one point, and then now they're just kind of looping back around. No, Risky doesn't think so. Well, here's some of the original infrastructure from that. But yeah, I don't quite know. I mean, I know I've used the hoppers from this project for various things around Alabamaville, but well, thanks for the box of hoppers. I'll give you back whatever I don't use. Thanks, Risky. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about, Minecraft is that whatever, if you don't throw things away in lava, it's not like and really this applies to real life too, but if you don't throw things out, they will stick around. All things stick around. So I think it's just something to keep in mind whenever you're considering a tool for a job or whatever, is that it's not like these things go away once they're bought or used. If they're durable, they'll stick around forever, really. Risky says, "Is that a villager egg?" Yeah. Yeah, that's a duplicate of of just one of the things we had on display. It's good to have duplicates of things just in case something horrific happens. That's kind of the archive box that was. Yeah, I'll make some more fireworks while I'm here. I really need to do something with this second floor, don't I? It's always been a bit of a mess. I go up here quite a bit. Oh well. Second floor is for projects, first floor is for guests. They don't need to know what goes on up there. Alright, let's let the rerouting project of 2026 commence. Where should we reroute these things to? Moreover, how proactive do we want to be about this? Now that we have this shulker box full of hoppers, maybe this could actually lead into another little side project. Maybe we want to start a side project which will be beneficial for all future projects moving forward. What I'm alluding to is a central storage system, finally, that is self-sorting by copper golems. Do we want to do that? Because the necessary things really should come first. And I have done, you see, this is an entire city built out of unnecessary things. And yet, the only productive infrastructure we really have is an extremely inefficient and extremely gummy super smelter. And that's about it. Maybe we can use this as an excuse to finally begin to start modernizing the city. How am I going to begin modernizing the city? Well, here is my plan. I have a plan now. I have a plan, and it's going to involve this central street axis. Here's my idea. Using all of these shulker, and now this is up to you, Risky. If you would you if I reimburse you, and the reimbursement is up to you to determine, would you mind if I used these hoppers for a permanent fixture of the city? Would you mind that? Because I just came up with an idea. Are you sure? Because this is a lot of hoppers, and I really don't know where you got them all from, but I'm very grateful you got them for me. Because I have an idea. I just had like, okay, all right, well, Risky says they're free. All right, it's greatly appreciated. All right, here's my plan. Here's my plan. Something just popped into my head. I'm going to use this as an excuse to begin to finally modernize the city a little bit. Now, this will be a little bit of a side project, but like I said, this will benefit all building things and all mining things that I do moving forward, I'm going to set up basically the equivalent of a sewer system. It's going to go and it's going to start here at the chests that I have at the catacombs. I'm going to break all of these chests. They're going to funnel into this extremely long hopper system. It's going to go underneath the street. I'm going to route it underneath this main street, and along this street, I'm going to build multiple little trash bins for people to throw their trash, and they're all going to get filtered into these hoppers. They're going to go into this central main line, and they're going to route themselves all along this street until they get to the industrial side of the city, where I'm going to have them filter into a grand automatic sorter run by copper golems, because I don't know how to do redstone and I'm not willing to learn, and I feel like there's a little bit of charm in having something run by copper golems, even if it is inefficient. That's my idea. It's going to take a little bit of effort, but I've been needing to install some state-of-the-art amenities. So this street is going to become an artery. It's going to become an artery that we can hook up this larger hopper disposal slash recycling system too. Yeah, we're going to have garbage chutes that all go to the sorter, and I'm aware that it will get clogged up just because the chunks will get unloaded, but on a long enough time frame, it's all going to filter into the system. It's all going to filter into the system. All right. Well, that's what we're going to do then. That's going to be our big side project. All right, we've started a side project. All right, so we're going to take another break from catacombs, I think. It's beginning to spiral. We're beginning to spiral into a side project, but I've been meaning to do this for a while. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and now I have a reason to, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's put another big fat delay on the main project. Risky asks, what else do you need? Well, I mean, the hoppers are really the main thing. That's like the biggest resource crunch. Otherwise, just need to figure out where to put the disposal. It's going to be somewhere here in the industrial district. I think I'm going to... Let's see, let me think things through a little bit here. Let me think things through. So, I think the hoppering phase of things is going to come after I build the central facility, and then I'm just going to hook it up. That's how that's going to go. And then the hoppers are going to be exposed as they go towards the facility. I might have, the main line might have multiple hoppers in it, just so a larger amount of items can flow at once. Because again, because it's going to get gummed up by chunks being unloaded, because it's going to take a while for everything to move. So I'm going to... Uh-oh, I think I screwed something up. I screwed up the audio.
Whoopsie-daisy. Sorry about that, everybody. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, I jostled. I jostled my audio cord a little bit. Yeah, that happens whenever I jostle it. Got a little bit jostled. Um, okay, like I was saying, that's it. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. So I'm going to make this shulker box bright yellow so that I don't misplace it. I'm going to make it bright yellow. You know, lime green. I don't think I have a single lime green shulker box. And I think that'll help me demarcate it. All right, so this is the very important, and I'm going to label it as well. I'm going to label it. We'll say top box. All right, so Alabamaville Central Storage. Alabamaville Central Storage. And we have the nondescript utility building here, but I don't think this is quite going for the scope that I'm wanting to go for. So central storage, I'm going to put where this weird gray brick thing is right now. I don't know what I was doing here, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that there, and I am going to might build. Well, let me. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think here because hoppers can only go down. They can't go up unless I make a special spot at the sorter that'll have dispensers that'll, put it in bubble elevators that'll send it up towards the top. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Whenever it finally gets to the sorting machine, yeah, I'm gonna make it do that. So central storage. Central storage. That's what we're trying to do right now. Alabamaville Central Storage. Risky says, I might make a piglin bartering farm. Oh, that's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. That'll be cool to see whenever you get that up and running. Central storage. I don't know what I want to do with the nondescript utility building, though. Do I want to make it a part of central storage? I could. I very well could, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave this nondescript for the time being. Maybe. Maybe I want to demolish the nondescript utility building, but that seems a little bit wasteful, so maybe not. And then how do I want to route the road into this? Because it's going to offshoot off of the main artery of the city. So it's going to want to offshoot over towards central storage. Huh. It really does seem like the nondescript utility building is in the way, but I guess it could go under the utility building, or maybe this little structure here has just run its course. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't quite thinking of the grand scheme of things whenever I just started building things around here. So that's really the main issue that we got started with. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna think on this overnight, and I think I'm starting to get a little bit more of a clearer vision on what to do moving forward. But I think I'm gonna put a bookend on this stream. This was like a getting things figured out stream, figuring out what to do next stream. What how are we gonna play our cards stream? But this is how the cards are gonna be played. This is how they're gonna be played. I've just been waiting for an excuse to make a storage system. A central storage system. So I think this will be a worthwhile side quest because it's going to service everything moving forward, like I said. So that's what we're going to do. And with that, I'll think on things overnight, I'll sleep on it, and I'll come up with some ideas because I probably do need to get going to beddy bye. But with that, I think I'm going to sign off for the night. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. Yeah, good night, Risky. I'll uh I'll holler at you. I'll holler at you later. Hey, maybe this weekend we could do like a little oh, like call or something. I wouldn't mind that. You haven't been a guest on one of these streams in a little bit, so maybe that'd be pretty cool having a special guest live in the audience. But anyway, I'll yeah, gotta get a Ricky stream going. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye bye.